Are we streaming?
Go to your dashboard.
No, I'm not streaming yet. Alright, dashboard. Now what do I do? Oh, wait, loading video.
Jesus. Dashboard.
No, I'm not. Oh,
I've never lost this bad before.
that's
This kind
it.
of sucks.
We're up. We're streaming.
That's exciting.
We're streaming, guys. Except
What'd
why
you name?
is that over there? I don't understand why that's there. Hey stream. What's up? I don't think there's many of you in here right now, and in fact, it looks like there's just one who's been here since the beginning, so they're probably AFK, which gives me time to play around now. Alright, for some reason, there's a big, giant thing up in the corner. Is it the chat? Oh, it was. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna get rid of that. People don't need to see the chat. They're likely in the chat already. So yeah. Hey, Mary. Oh, you are there. I thought maybe you were AFK. Alright, cool. So this is Kalo's first time trying to stream, literally.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. So we're gonna see how this goes. Let's start with the usual stuff that we talk about. So welcome to Limit Break Radio's Dungeons and Dragons, hosted by me, Kalo. Normally we have Juxtaposition here as well. Then we have my good friend Bill, aka the Almighty Pinecone.
What up? My stream will be up soon.
You're gonna see one other person tonight, which some of you may or may not know. Daryl, he's a pretty old LBR person. He's been in the Twitch chat a few times as Keldall. He'll be joining us tonight as well. Juxtaposition had work tonight, so he unfortunately won't be here. And if you joined us in last time, the Ebony Rook, played by our friend Keith, is also going to be MIA for real-life reasons. Sorry we're so late to start today. If you're in Michigan, I'm assuming anywhere, you've been blasted with about 1.5 feet of snow.
Yes.
Yeah, getting home was tough. And in fact, the toughest part was actually getting into my driveway once I was home. It took me about a half an hour just to dig myself into the driveway, quote unquote. Yeah. So there's that. First thing I want to touch on before we get going here is some Limit Break Radio stuff. First of all, we have two really awesome contests going. The first is for a Gaius Ven Balsar t-shirt, which I believe was donated to us by listener Ryoku. That's really awesome and cool, and the contest we have going is called the Limit Break Radio's Glamorous Cosplay Contest. Basically, you're going to pick a character not associated with Final Fantasy XIV. You are going to try and glamour yourself to look like them, and then send it in to us. You'll be judging stuff like originality, how accurate it is, blah, 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 stuff like that. Really cool. And it's an easy, fun contest as well. The other one, though, which is the big prize, probably the coolest prize that we've given away yet. We got an art book at FanFest, and unfortunately for the life of me, I forgot who donated it. I know, terrible, but I'm sure on one of our shows they'll correct me. But anyway, we got a Final Fantasy XIV art book, and we actually got it signed by Yoshi P himself. It looks really, really sweet, and the contest we have going for that is actually a fan art contest. And when we say art, we don't just mean drawn stuff. You can do any kind of art. You can do a song, you can do noodle art, as Juxtaposition pointed out last time. Anything at all. Anything that's considered art, you can do to try and win this. And the rules basically state that you have to take the Limit Break Radio crew, or at least the idea of Limit Break Radio, and you have to parody it with some type of pop culture. We have been compared to Always Sunny in Philadelphia on more than one occasion. Apparently someone has also likened us to the Trailer Park Boys, for example. So basically, when you look at Limit Break Radio, what do we remind you of from pop culture? It can also be from comics, it can be from cartoons, it can be from anything. And all you have to do is make up some type of art. Photoshop it, draw it. Again, you can write a song, write Limit Break Radio theme song as the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. That would work. For more details on both of those things, you can go ahead and check out our website, limitbreakradio.com. You can also check us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. All of those really cool and awesome things. And now with all of that out of the way, I think that I can tell you a little bit more about the Dungeons and Dragons world that's going on here. Because last time, Juxta was the one doing hosting, and we were having a little bit of problems on my end with me lagging a little bit, and a lot of the times people couldn't hear. Whoops. Okay, so Dungeons and Dragons is something that I've been doing now since like my freshman year of college, which would have been, oh jeez,
Don't make us feel old. Don't make us feel old. Don't make us feel old.
like 2006.
Oh, you made us feel
Yeah,
old.
man, it's almost been 10 years. Chris, I think he's been doing it probably just as long too, or Juxtaposition's been doing it just as long as well. The Almighty Pinecone here is also a veteran, as I would say, and we've also been role playing together for quite a while as well.
I think you've actually beaten out Jeremy Knoll on
I
most
think so.
time DM for me.
I think so. I'm
So-
getting up there as what I would consider a veteran DM.
Speaking of which, we need to get him on here. Just saying.
That might be fun to bring him in.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey,
Left.
Slyaka Gray Fox, welcome to the stream, as well as Xanther Sarah, Mary Kennett. We also have a few other viewers in here who are being silent for the moment. But all the people that you're going to be seeing on this stream over the next couple weeks are people that I personally know in real life through like college and stuff like that, and have been role playing with for quite some time. So one of the things that we're doing with this campaign, it's not how I usually go about doing Dungeons and Dragons. Normally the way that I do it is I have a whole huge story arc planned out, right? I know where it's going to go, how they're supposedly going to get there, and Juxta likes to be like, oh, railroading, dur. But I mean, yeah, pretty much. But they still have fun, that's the important part. I like having control over it as the Dungeon Master. But it takes a lot of planning and a lot of preparation. And since I got my 2 jobs and blah, 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 and all that, I haven't had quite the amount of time that I need to do all the different preparations and stuff like that, so we ended up stopping the campaign. So we're trying something new, which I'm still not sure if it's going to work out or not. I mean, last
It
session
probably won't.
was fun, but it essentially equated to our heroes finding each other and going out for a snack. So, yeah.
Sounds very productive.
Yeah. Basically, though, what I've done is I've created a world. Gate World, which if anybody else is familiar with 3.5, or I'm sorry, not 3.5, with 4th edition and some of the modules that are within that, basically, I'm kind of copying Sigil, City of Doors. So I built this whole big city here for them to be a part of, and they're actually more or less just free to do whatever the hell they want. Whatever stories they find and they decide to pursue is completely up to them. If they want to try and be the defenders of this city and root out evil, great. If someone wants to acquire, own, and manage their own brothel, go for it. Whatever they want to do, this city is free for them to explore and try to influence in whatever way they can. Now, obviously, being level 3, it's not going to happen very quickly, but, we'll see what happens. We're still waiting on one other player, but I think we're going to go ahead and get started anyway. Again, unfortunately, Juxtaposition will not be joining us tonight. He's actually should be home here soon. He wasn't planning on joining us. I suppose it's still up to him, but we'll see what happens. So, last we left our heroes, Biggins Burleytoss had just entered Gate World for literally the first time, and he had his heart set on rooting out evil and meting out justice wherever it is that he could. First thing that he found was a tiefling, a super hot female tiefling by the name of Bob, aka the Almighty Pinecone.
What up?
She was vomiting.
It's true.
She seemed to have amnesia, had no idea where she was, and Burleytoss decided that it was his civic duty to take her to a medical center. In doing so, he was jumped by what we can only describe as the Dark Knight, and after having a few words exchanged back and forth, they decided to take Bob to the med bay. Hijinks ensued. They became the best of friends. They went to a bar to have some lunch, and there they were greeted by an agent of the Crimson Collection. And as we last left them, the Dark Knight, also known as the Ebony Rook, And Biggins Burleytoss had just entered the headquarters of the Crimson Collective. Meanwhile, outside, Bob the Tiefling, still with a bloody nose from being punched by Biggins Burleytoss, was waiting all by her lonesome. Bob, there you are, standing outside the Crimson Collective. It's the middle of the night. It's kind of damp out. There's people walking back and forth. It's kind of a really seedy part of town.
I shove a part of my robe up my nose to stop the bleeding.
It's pretty effective.
It really sucks. I'm telling you, this never would have happened to my brother.
And as you're standing there, waiting, something falls out of the sky and lands in front of you, down in the mud, splattering you a little bit. When you look down at it, it is a journal, down in the corner of which, in silver embroidery, it simply says GW.
GW. I pick it up.
You pick it up. You turn to the first page, and this mysterious journal has one entry in it. It says, something peculiar happened today. Nothing new, but I sense something peculiar about it. A new man has entered Gateworld. A rather large man. He calls himself Biggins Burleytoss, and like many, he has come seeking wrongs to right. Nothing peculiar in that. I know everyone always thinks they can change the way things are around here, but they can't. Hell, even I can't change it. But something about this one is different. I can't say what exactly, but I can sense it. No more than 5 minutes into the city, and he had came to the aid of a strange tiefling. Then, as he attempted to take her to an infirmary, he was accosted by the Dark Knight. In any other case in this city, that meeting would have ended in bloodshed. Instead, they started working together to get the tiefling help. No more than a few hours together, and I can already sense that they're going to be inseparable. They're also going to probably get themselves into a lot of trouble. Again, I don't know why, but something about them draws my attention. I shall watch them for now, given that they survived the coming days in Gateworld.
Is it an actual journal or just a piece of paper?
No, it's an actual journal. All the other pages are blank.
I close it and put it in my robe.
Okay, you now have acquired the mysterious journal, and that is a handout that you can view at any point. I've also added the factions of GW, which currently only has the Crimson Collective on it, and your one contact, which is Jim Don, the Drow Ranger, whom you are neutral with.
Yay,
in the guide to GW, I've started to put all the places that you visit in there. Stitch's Med Clinic is there with a little short description about her, as well as the Great Sandworm and Ghibli, etc., etc., etc. So you're standing outside the Crimson Collection. Your friends have gone inside. You've tried to communicate with them on the little walkie-talkie doodad that the Ebony Rook gave you last time. But
nothing works.
Nothing seems to work. Lelux. This is indeed a pretend make-believe game. We are role-playing. I am the Dungeon Master. If you are unfamiliar with Dungeons & Dragons, essentially what I do is I'm the storyteller. So just, watch for a little while, see if it's anything that you think you're into or not. And if not, whatever. Alright, so you're sitting there. Yep, doesn't work.
I start to get bored.
You are so bored.
I start walking around the building.
Okay, very small building. It's actually jam-packed pretty close to the two buildings on either side of it, so the actual alleyway itself is very, very narrow. You're almost shoulder to shoulder with both sides of the walls. There's garbage and stuff behind it. Rats. Homeless guy. His name's Jeb.
I wave. Hi.
Butta Stacks. What you are watching is Dungeons & Dragons role-playing. I am the DM. The Almighty Pinecone here is one of my players. There is supposed to be a lot more, but they just happen to not be here tonight. And I'm hoping that the other one is going to show up here pretty quickly. But we'll see what happens. Alright, Jeb rolls over and ignores you, going to sleep.
Okay, I'm now alone in a dark place, waiting for people that I just kind of sort of met in a place I don't know where I am. It's great. It's a good first day being a new person. I guess I go back to where I was sitting.
You go
And I
back
sit back down.
outside the front of the Crimson Collective.
And I start rummaging through my robes to see if I can't find anything else.
You come up with the medallion that you found last time, which was the
Mm-hmm.
eye that had the various tentacles coming out of it. You find a few gold pieces in there as well.
I'm looking at the medallion. I'm going to look at it and try to see if I can't find anything. And I'm just going to roll some random stuff. Because
Okay.
I don't know what else to do.
What
Plus,
exactly would you like to find out about it? You can try and sense magic with Arcana.
that's what I was probably going to do.
Yeah,
But
history or
Bob,
religion.
Bob doesn't really know he can do that. Okay? Bob doesn't really know anything.
Okay.
So we're going to try Arcana, see if any spider sense tingles.
Yeah. As you're sitting here looking at it, running your fingers over the grooves and the edges and the details, there is something about it that speaks to you on a level that Bob isn't quite familiar with.
It's really weird, getting a weird vibe off of it. I don't know. Have I seen it anywhere before? And he's going to try to do a history check to see if he can remember anything from his farm school.
The only connection that you really make is that the eye reminds you of such things as like the all-seeing eye. Obviously, there have been all types of different cults and religions and various groups like that use the eye as their particular symbol. It is a lot of the time associated with things such as knowledge, and the tentacles remind you personally of things that you would find in the sea that are very, very scary, deep, dark down there.
I don't like it. I don't like scary stuff. I don't. Ooh. Can I do like a mental break or something like that?
A mental break.
As my backstory dictates that I probably wouldn't remember this. And deep, dark, and scary. Am I going to lose a little sanity points here?
No, I don't think so. Not in this case.
Okay. Then I'm going to, since I thought about it and I was like, yeah, a lot of religions have it. Let me think about religious stuff because my brother, he kind of became a wizard. He kind of knows a little bit of the religious stuff. I think. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, that works, right? Oh shit, Harry. Wow.
So that was a religion check.
Yeah.
Okay. You're kind of looking down at it, and you think, you know what? Even if I had any idea what the fuck this was, you are apparently on a completely different planet, and the religions from back home are very unlikely to have any semblance to anything here.
Just has something to do with this. Maybe. How far did the Ebony Rook say these things would work? I do. What would that
I don't
be?
think he said at all, like how far they work.
Did he?
I don't think so.
I'm sure they're magical. They probably last a long while. They'll let me know if something's wrong. I mean, clearly there's nobody around here except for the old guy, so maybe I should try to look into this. But I don't know. The waitress also said try to stay nearby because someone would find me. I don't. What should I do?
Some guy from across the street points to himself. He goes, "You talking to me?"
Yes.
He kind of looks around. Oh, I was just hoping you were crazy and talking to yourself. He comes over. He's a human. He's got a little bit shorter, balding. Got a little bit of a beer belly on him. Just the average Joe. He goes, "All right, what's the problem, lady?"
I'm just having a really weird day.
Oh, well, maybe I can help.
Yeah?
Yeah. What are you trying to figure out?
What the hell this thing is? And I show him the medallion.
That looks like a medallion to me.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Okay.
Is that all you got?
Well, I don't know. Is it magical?
Feels magical.
Have you thought about trying to go to like a magical place?
What magical place is there?
There's nothing around here I can think of, but if you can get into the Magian Rise, I'm sure there's all kinds of, mumbo jumbos up there that can probably tell you what it is.
How do I get there?
You walk, you take a portal or something. It's that thing there. He points up to the sky and off into the distance to the north of Gate World over the horizon. What looks like it's just floating out in the out in space there is this huge platform. You can see a lot of like greenery and stuff like that. Like they actually have plants and trees and stuff up there, and there's giant bubbles with floating platforms in it. And it looks really, really cool and really magical.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Where's the nearest portal for that thing?
I've never really been out of the lore of the Chaos Ward, so I'm not really the right guy to ask about that.
Who would be the right person to ask about that?
Maybe, maybe you could let me take you for a drink at the pub and we could find somebody there.
Okay, sounds great.
Right. You have any preference where you like to drink?
No, I just got here. I only went to the Sandworm. It was nice.
Sandworm's pretty good.
Yeah.
You want to go back to the Sandworm?
I don't know. I haven't been anywhere else. You want to take me somewhere new?
Alright, yeah, sure. Follow me.
I follow him. This is gonna get me killed.
Alright, so you follow this guy. And, he keeps glancing over at you, like looking you up and down. Kind of licking his lips a little bit.
Stop doing that.
And eventually, you get to a building that has a giant sign out front that says Mac and Hellsunks, the background of which is a giant flaming barge.
This looks nice.
And he goes, just try not to make eye contact with anybody.
Why?
Too much. Stabbings. And he goes inside.
Stabbings? I kind of wrap myself up a little bit more in my cloak. And I go in.
Okay. Go inside. This place is a lot more rough and tumble than the last place that you were in.
Oh my.
There's not really people sitting around eating. They're all drinking. There's a little bit of like little scuffles going on. There's also what looks like a bunch of different kinds of gambling and stuff. It's very loud. It's very rambunctious in here. And the guy goes up and takes a seat at the bar.
I kind of sort of follow.
He goes, go ahead. Come on, sit down. I'll get you something.
Yeah, okay. Sit down.
And the bartender comes over and he leans up and he whispers a few things to the bartender and they shake their head. And they go and start making it. He goes, alright. You see any, like, magical people here?
I'm going to do an Arcana check on the room. Oh, shit. What'd I do, Ray? Boom. Everything's 9. All things are coming up Millhouse, baby. 22.
Alright, yeah, you turn around and you kind of use this new sense that you sort of became aware of to sense magic. And there's a few different places within here that sort of piques your interest, if you would.
Couple.
There is a group of 3 old men back in the corner, all wearing robes. They have nice, cool, big, awesome beards. And you get a pretty powerful sense from the 3 of them.
Okay.
There's also, in the middle of the room, doing one of the gambling games with a bunch of other people, there is a young Deva, a female, who you get a pretty decent reading from. And then you also see someone just out of the corner of your eye, and you only get a quick read on them that seems very, very powerful. You got a really strong magical read from this one, but you didn't really get too much of a look of them because they vanished back behind the corner into the back pretty quickly.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting a read of the room. I mean, there's the old guys over there that look wizardly, right?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
And then the cute blue chick, she's blue, right? Or is that purple? I don't know.
She's kind of in between.
Yeah.
As he says that, an arm grows out of his chest.
Gotta be the pills. Gotta be the pills. And then someone ducked in the back who, I'm staring at the arm.
What? Something wrong?
Nothing.
There's something on my face.
No, nothing on your face at all.
The arm starts to pick his nose.
You know, am I not picking your nose?
What?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna go talk to the blue chick. Okay, so.
Should I wait here? You want me to come with you?
Yeah, just wait here. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay.
It's cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I go to blue chick.
Okay.
She's gambling, right?
Yes, she's sitting at a table with 3 other people.
Is there an open chair?
There is an open chair.
I walk up to it and I say, "Is this chair taken?"
There's a tiefling male in leather armor who's sitting across from the blue chick, and he goes, "You blind?"
No, but I was just.
Does it look taken?
No.
That answers your question then.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna sit down. Is that cool?
Buying is 500 cc's.
Oh, I'm just gonna watch then. Is that okay if I just stand right here? Then don't have to sit down. Right?
The blue chick says, "You're breaking my concentration. Silence yourself."
Zip.
And they're sitting here playing.
I observe the game to try and understand what the hell it is.
Okay. There is a lot of the CCs, different colored ones. They're all stacked up in the middle, which you obviously know to be the pool from your limited knowledge of gambling and card games and stuff like that.
Okay.
Each different players have 5 different cards face down, and then in front of them they have 3 different sized shells. And in front of those, there are little pebbles. And every once in a while, they put the pebbles under the shells, and they mix them up, and they pass them to the right.
Okay.
You have no fucking clue what's going on.
No idea what's going on. I go back to my pot-bellied beard friend.
Okay. He has 2 drinks waiting for you.
Well,
One for him, one for you. And he goes, eh?
What the hell is that game?
He kind of looks around. Shells and pebbles? He says, as if it's a question.
You have no idea, do you? Okay, well, I'm gonna try to figure out how to play the game. Okay?
Okay.
So I'll be right back, and I take the drink with me.
Okay.
And as I enter the crowd, I kind of splash it out.
Okay, Daryl, you there? Daryl.
He's not there. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead, Jim.
He's typing something. I'm going to assume he can hear us. Okay, he's setting up his stuff. Alright, cool. We'll keep going then. Alright, so you splash it out, and some big orc turns and grabs you and goes, "Oh, what's the big deal?" and throws you up against a pillar.
You knocked me. You knocked it out of my hand. I didn't want to do any of that.
You're lucky you're easy on the eyes. Get out of my sight.
Thanks, big fella. And I start heading back towards the table.
That free chair is taken now.
It's fine. I'm just looking at it, trying to understand the game. What would I roll to help understand a little better?
Perception. Or
Perception.
insight. Insight.
Damn, that sucks.
And Miri, to answer your question from earlier, it's more of a stylized piece. Alright. This game reminds you of a few things. Okay? The shells and the pebbles remind you of the cup game. You put a pebble underneath a shell and you mix them up and you try to guess which one it is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gone. Alright, so now we're just going to wait for him to get back. Oh, no, he's still there. Just refreshing. Alright. And the cards kind of remind you a little bit of a poker game. Except from what you can tell, no one has actually looked at their cards.
This doesn't make any damn sense.
The Deva looks over her shoulders and goes, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, but I'm going to wait till you're done with your game.
You're going to be waiting a long time. She turns back to the game.
Can I... Is she doing really well?
You have no idea.
Does she have more money in front of her, though?
All of the money seems to be in the middle of the table.
Since the only thing I got to go on, I'm gonna try to use my magic thing to see if there's some kind of magic thing that tells you how to play the game, or like, is there a tell or something? Trying to figure it out. 16.
Nope, nothing new. Again, obviously you sense the magic coming from her. You're going to get a bit of a read from the 3 old men in the corner, and the same read from in the back room. There's a little bit of a lingering magical essence from the person who vanished.
I'm gonna head towards the old guys.
Okay.
And I hover around. Are they sitting at a table?
Yep, they're corner booth.
I hover by the table, not going directly up to it, but kind of like,
Okay. They're all
like
humans, and one of them is like, "Hey, can I help you there, Missy?"
I have a couple questions. I was wondering if you.
Oh, well, take a seat. Take a seat. One of them gets up and offers his seat to you.
Oh no, I'm good. I can
No,
stand.
come on, sit down. He starts shuffling you towards the seat.
I guess I'll sit down. I hold my tail as I'm afraid I will sit on it.
And he sits down next to you, so you're between 2 of them now. He goes, "What can us 3 old men do for a pretty little girl like you?"
Well, my first question is, what's that game they're playing over there, and how do you play it?
Shells and pebbles?
Is that what it's really called?
Well, that's what we call it. It's more of an infernal thing. The tieflings, the devas, more people like them play it. It's not really a human thing.
What was that? I kind of.
He says, that game's more of an infernal thing. The tieflings, the devas, the more immortally sort of beings play that. It's not really a thing that humans tend to flock to.
I kind of reach up and touch my horn. Okay, cool. So, do you know how to play it?
No.
Okay. Got another question.
There's other games that we could teach you, though.
No, I'm good.
Wow.
Just got another question. The floating pretty place in the sky,
Magian Rise?
that's it. Yeah. How do you get there? I'm supposed to meet somebody there, and I don't know how to get there.
Just take one of the teleporters up in the Commerce District. Or if you know of a hidden gate elsewhere, that's always a quicker way in.
Oh, so the Commerce District use a teleporter.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. Can I?
You want us to buy you a drink? You out here with anybody?
No, I don't drink anymore.
That was all?
Yeah, no, you guys are great.
You sure? One of them starts to touch your horn.
Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
He pulls his hand back.
Yeah, I start kind of pushing myself up against the guy who's blocking me in.
He kind of pushes back against you and smiles a little bit.
I point at the ogre who pushed me up against the wall. See that guy over there? He already kind of called dibs. Sorry.
The ogre sees you and kind of winks a little bit.
See?
The old guy moves.
Thank you. I get up and
he smacks your ass as you leave.
Yeah. I got this. I kind of go up to the ogre.
Mm-hmm. He looks and he says, "What do you want now?"
Those 3 old guys said you have a very small penis.
He slams his drink down and starts walking over that way.
Cool. Yeah. I think I kind of look around to the back room again.
It's very, very weak, but you can still sense just a very light lingering of that essence from before.
Am I getting a good or bad vibe off of it, or just essence?
Just an essence.
I'm gonna roll. How do we want to do something like this?
You want to try and...
No. I want to see. I'm gonna let the dice decide. Do we want to do percentages, or do we just want to do a d20?
Decide what?
If I should go investigate or not.
Oh.
It's more fun when you let the dice decide.
Okay, well then why don't we say that that you reach into your, like, as a character?
Yeah.
reach into your pocket and take out a gold piece and flip it.
Okay.
Heads or tails.
So 1 is heads, 2 is tails, and I'm
Alright.
calling tails.
So does that mean you don't investigate or you do investigate?
I think I'm gonna investigate.
All right, you investigate. As you start walking towards the back, your bald potbelly friend comes up and tugs your sleeve. He goes, "Well, where are you going?"
I got someone went back here that I'm gonna go talk to.
You want me to come with you?
No, I'm great. Just order me another one of those drinks. They were delicious.
Oh, okay. He goes back up to the bar.
I head towards the back.
All right. So as you're going through the back, the essence is getting stronger, and as you get near the back door, you've walked by a few like cooks and waiters and people like that. But as you start getting towards the back door, you hear a commotion going on outside.
Is there like a door or a window nearby?
There's a door up ahead that is ajar that leads into the back alley.
I am going to go up to it and peek out stealthily. Or
Right.
attempt to do it stealthily.
Yep.
Not that stealthily.
So you go up to the door, and you go to push it open just a little bit, and it goes all the way open, and you are caught standing there in sort of a sneaky, sort of creeping way. And out in the alley is a hooded man. There are 3 bodies at his feet, all of which have been scarred or charred by some type of magic. And he has a very simple wooden staff in his hand, at the end of which seems to be a mop head. He holds the mop up and points it towards you, and all of the tiny little pieces from the mop, like the little threads and stuff, electrify and start to rise and spin around.
I raise my hands up.
He goes, "Who are you?"
Bob.
The hell kind of name is Bob for a tiefling?
I don't know.
Walk away. Okay.
Is that the being that I'm feeling the magical essence towards?
Yes, that's who you saw vanish.
But I just want to ask you a question.
Okay, what's your question?
You know magic?
Little bit.
I kind of know magic, but I don't know much. I was wondering if you could help me learn it better.
Do I look like a magic teacher?
No, but you seem to waste these fools pretty hard, and that's cool.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of just... I use Mage Hand a lot, so...
Oh.
That's a thing you could do.
I'm gonna roll.
Okay.
Oh, God, what would that be? History, I guess? To see if I remember who this is? Would it be history?
I don't know that Joe ever had a brother, okay? Are you saying that you are actually the Joe's brother, or is that just an allusion to his character?
I don't know. Bob doesn't remember much. Bob went to the abyss and back.
Alright, go ahead. Roll history. Is that 28 the history?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't personally remember anything, but there is something about this guy that seems memorable.
Do I know you?
No. Do I know you?
I don't know why you asking me that.
Why are you asking me?
Because you look familiar.
You get that a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have a dog?
Sort of. He whistles, and out of the darkness comes this huge, like waist-high dire wolf. Blood red eyes, 3 legs, and starts growling at you. He goes, "You were asking?"
I meant a dog, not a wolf, but I'm good. One more question.
Quick.
Do you know a way to get to the magical floaty place?
Yeah, you go to the Commerce District. There's teleporters.
Is there a faster place?
There
I don't
are.
know. Do you know any?
Yeah.
Could you tell me?
You got any cubes?
No.
Well, then no, I can't. Sorry.
I got gold.
Well, why don't you go get them exchanged for cubes?
Because I'm literally, this is my first day here.
Oh. Well, good luck.
Thanks. Can I leave through the alleyway? There's this really creepy guy stalking me in the bar.
Eh. He puts his mop away.
Which way to the Commerce District?
He points towards his dog. That way.
Okay. And I kind of carefully step over the bodies and kind of put myself up against the wall to get around the dog without it
He
eating my face.
growls at you.
Hi.
Arr.
Good pup.
Arr.
Good wolf. I'm gonna go. Okay, bye. And once I'm past it, I just start running.
Okay. They vanish into the night.
I swear I know that guy.
Daryl, how's it coming? Can you hear us?
I can't see him.
Yeah, I can't see anything. It's just a loading circly thingy.
Now,
No, we can't hear
I'm
anything.
gonna post this to you, Robbie, real quick, and when you get a chance, you should check that out.
Mhm.
I'm thinking about getting it.
What? Alright, so what is it exactly?
It's a card game.
Russian roulette. Okay. Cool.
It's a card game by the guy who does the oatmeal. What's on with this? Why do we keep refreshing?
I have no idea why it keeps doing that. I am going to run to the bathroom super quickly though, and hopefully Daryl can get his mic and cam working here pretty
I'm
quickly.
gonna get a drink, so
Yep.
I'll be right back.
We'll be right back, stream.
Three guys just sit on me and they two of them at each other. It's tough being in a chicken group. I'm a guy trapped in a girl's body who's really human. I'm basically an enemy plot. Okay, let's just get it out there. I'm basically an enemy plot.
Alright, stream. And we're back. And since we have a few more of you in here than we did earlier, I just wanted to remind everybody to check out limitbreakradio.com. Make sure you like us and follow us on our Facebook page, as well as Twitter. We still do have those two contests going, one of them being the Glamour Contest. We can win a free Gaius Van Balsar t-shirt. And we also have the Parody Fan Art Contest going that could nab you a premium item, which is a Final Fantasy XIV artwork book signed by Yoshi P himself. So make sure you go and check both of those things out. And yeah, in fact, I think we just had a new episode come out this past week too. So if you haven't seen that yet, make sure you check that out.
Oh yeah,
like, yes.
Let me finish eating first.
Yeah, of course.
we had a little hiccup with where we're posting our site.
Mm-hmm.
So we're fixing it and setting up a new storage spot. Get the RSS feed, take it to iTunes, and then your episode will be up. Everything's edited and everything.
All right, cool. Sounds good. All right, so you are heading towards the Commerce District.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I stop and look at the communication device that the Ebony Rook gave me.
Yep.
I push it. Guys. Okay. Keep moving.
Yep. Are you making your way through back alleys the whole time?
No. I look for a map.
For a map?
Or someone. I keep asking people if there's a commerce district.
Okay. Eventually you come to sort of like a tunnel. It's gated. The wall goes up higher than you can see. And there's people going in and out of it both ways. There's guards positioned on either side. And there's a sign that says Commerce District.
Cool. I get in line.
Okay. Alright, so as you get to the front of the line, there is a guard who motions you to come closer to him.
I do.
He's wearing pretty prestigious-looking uniform. Has gold and white stripes on it. And he says, "Stop.
I stop.
It's your business in the Commerce District."
I need to get to the teleporters.
He just stares at you.
And I need to buy a new robe. As you can tell, there's mud and blood on this.
You have anything to declare?
No.
You have any weapons on you?
2 clubs.
Put
They're
those
more
down.
like walking sticks.
Put those down.
Put them down.
He goes, "Alright. Fee?
How much?
How much?"
I got a gold piece.
Alright, and this seems to be being weird again.
I had to manually refresh.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so you say 1 gold piece. He kind of tilts his head and looks at you sternly.
Two gold pieces.
Do you not have any CC?
I haven't gone to a spa yet.
How much gold do you have?
I bluff. Ooh, that's not bad. I only have these 5 gold pieces.
I'm afraid you have to find a different way into the Commerce District then.
How much is it?
It's at least 25 CC.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my clubs and get out of line then. Okay.
Yeah, you do that. He goes
Okay.
next and waves the next person in.
Shit. Okay. I kind of look around towards the people who didn't get in and see what they're doing.
There's some, like, what looks like homeless people sitting and standing around. There's like a small line of people off to one side, then another line off to the other side. You notice that one line happens to be filled with people that you would consider are genuinely attractive. That seems to be shorter than the line of other people who have various things. Some of them have bags and boxes, some types of goods and things like that.
I stop the nearest person. I stop the nearest person near me.
Okay.
Am I hot? Okay. I go towards the hotline.
Okay. You go and you get in line behind two twin gnomes.
Are they boys or girls?
They're both girls.
So what is this line for?
The two of them look up at you and go, in unison, it's to get into the Commerce District.
Okay. What was that other line?
To get into the Commerce District, they also say in unison.
So what's this one for? What's different than this one, than that one? And yeah.
You don't always have ways to pay to get into the Commerce District, one of them says. So, people who can pay you do so, and then you pay them back. With goods and services. That's the goods line. This is the services line.
Like sex.
They both giggle.
Is there any other way in?
Do you know any portals?
I knew a guy who knew portals, but he wasn't going to tell me.
So you don't know any portals?
No, I don't know any portals. Do you know any portals?
Do you think if we knew portals, we'd be standing in the sex line?
Redundant last question. I know. I'm sorry. There's got to be a better way.
Go look for some portals.
Go look for some portals. Listen, where's the place you can convert gold to CC?
Any place?
Really?
Just ask.
I'm asking you.
Well, not us, because we need CC, but any businesses will do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I point at one random one. That one?
You happen to be pointing at... Hold on. Madame Vikesh's Skintorium. And they go, especially that one.
What's a skintorium?
It's a brothel.
Oh. Okay. I'll be right back. Alright, go towards there.
Okay.
Where's Jake, by the way?
Don't know.
Keep expecting to run into his character, but he's not even online.
No, he won't be on tonight.
What?
Yeah, and apparently Daryl says he can't get things to work, and the baby's being difficult, so hopefully he'll get it figured out for next time. So it's literally just me and you.
It's the Robbie and Bill show.
Yep, the Robbie and Bill show it is.
Yay.
So yeah, so you go up to Madame Vikesh's Skintorium.
I kind of look at the door and I see if it's a place you should knock or just walk in.
There seems to be people going in and out pretty quickly.
I go in.
Alright. You go inside. When you walk in, this place is immediately 10 times bigger inside than it looks outside. There is silk everywhere. Giant furniture's made out of like giant sort of pillowy things. There's people strewn about all over the place. There's all kinds of scantily clad men and women of all different races. Giant curtains all over the place that are just dark enough to where you can only make out outlines on either side of them. And straight ahead is what looks like a reception desk, and there's only the one person who isn't all scantily clad. is the giant Goliath standing behind it.
I walk up to him slowly.
He looks down and he goes, "Business or pleasure?"
Well, I need CC. All I got is gold. I was told you could convert.
Business or pleasure?
Guess that would mean business.
He looks you up and down. Alright, yeah, you'll work.
Oh, I just got... What?
Business or pleasure? Do you want to work or do you want to play?
You take gold?
We'll convert gold for you if you make a transaction.
You know... How much does it cost?
Well, if you're here for business, we pay you. If you're here for play, it depends.
Say I'm here for play.
What are you looking for?
What do you got?
He gestures all around the room.
I scan the room. What do I see?
You see all kinds of different races.
Who's equivalent of my hotness?
You see another tiefling, who is a orange color in hue, who is sitting by herself.
I point at her. Her.
It's going to be 500 gold
I
for
look
an
around
hour.
some- Okay. I look around some more. Go under.
He taps you on the shoulder.
Yeah.
How much do you have?
52 gold pieces.
Okay. Follow me. He starts walking towards the back.
I start following. I want to get raped.
There's 2 doors. He points to one door and he goes, "If you want to work, in there. Otherwise, in there." And points to the other door.
I go towards the work door.
Okay. You go inside?
I go inside.
Alright, you go inside and you are now in a sort of changing room of sort. There's all different kinds of costumes and bedwear and stuff like that.
I look around.
And there is a little gnome attendant inside. He has black glasses on. You assume that he's probably blind because he also has like a little stick.
I wave my hand in front of his face.
He doesn't say anything.
Hi.
Hey. What can I help you with today? You
I don't know
regular?
what I'm doing. No. New.
You don't know what you're doing here.
Not a clue.
Sister. It's a whorehouse. You're either coming to get or you're coming to give. You're coming to get, you're coming to give.
Well, I went into this door, so I guess.
So I'm assuming you're coming here to give.
Yeah.
So why don't you find something that looks flattering on you?
I have no idea what that means. I don't really have an eye for that.
He cocks his head towards you.
And I guess you don't really do either. I'm so sorry.
He points to the back and goes, all the way back to the left, there's some generic stuff. That'll work for you.
Okay. I go back to the left. What is going on? Why are we going down this terrible route?
You're the one who chooses. You can turn back at any time.
I need CC.
There is a bunch of see-through robes.
Yeah, what else we got? I keep looking.
There's all different kinds of costumes. There's a priestess costume, a nurse costume, doctor costume.
How many costumes did you say there are?
There's like 35.
I'm gonna roll a D10. Okay?
To pick one at random.
To pick one at random.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll a 135? D35.
I don't know what all 35 of those were, okay?
Which is why I said 10.
Alright, so you ended up grabbing an executioner's costume.
Well, I guess this is as good as ever. Hey, Blindy,
Mm,
what do I do with my stuff?
you can leave it in here.
I don't like the way you said that. Where can I put my stuff? That it isn't going to be groped like me.
You can leave it in here. He says it differently.
You're funny. You're funny. I find a little place that I can put it that I don't think anybody will disturb it.
Okay.
And I change into an executioner outfit.
What is in your stuff? That's your bloody robe, your 2 clubs, your 52 gold, your medallion.
My medallion, my gem, my bracers.
So all your gear.
Yeah, except I have a tattoo on my chest and shoulder.
Magical tattoo?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You notice that you have tattoos.
I think I would have noticed that in the shower.
If I'd have known that, I'd have told you noticed them. I did not know that.
I forgot I had it. I don't even know what it does anymore.
I'm sure you'll figure it out. Alright, so you get dressed in the executioner's uniform. It's actually not that skimpy, but it's very, very tight.
Okay. Alright. Where do I go now, boss?
Points to the door on the other side. Right through there till somebody picks ya.
Okay. I'll go in there. And I go through there.
Okay. It is a very small room with a mirror on one side opposite the door, and there's a chair.
I look at myself in the mirror.
You look like an executioner.
I will be right back.
Alright, you'll be right back. In the meantime, I'm going to talk with the chat. Let's see who we got in here. What's up, Yukiyashiro, Lalex1982, Miri's still with us. Then we have Stunelleron2499, XSXEXCXOXNDXSX, okay, Dixont13, and Mogman23. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons. Tonight's probably not as exciting as I'd hoped it to be. Obviously, it's just me and Bill tonight. Juxtaposition, who's going to be a regular, had to work. One guy that we had playing tonight couldn't get his mic and stuff to work, so hopefully he'll be here next time. And we also have seconds. Oh, I see. Yeah, in between all the X's. Alright, so we have X seconds. And the guy who played the Ebony Rook last time, Keith, had some real-life stuff, so he's dealing with that tonight.
It's true.
Alright. So you're sitting here in your, in this
I'm looking at myself in the mirror.
Yep.
Do I look good?
You look pretty good. You look really scary, actually.
Oh, this is frightening. I should probably go back and change. So, just sit here. So I guess I'll just sit here.
Alright. You trying to sit there normal? You trying to portray anything? Give off any kind of signals?
Guess I should go with the scary look.
Trying to look tough?
Look tough.
Alright, roll Intimidate.
Oh, I got that one.
Okay. So you kind of walk up to the mirror. You assume it's one way and that people can see you on the other side. So you kind of pace back and forth a little bit. And you think that maybe you hear someone on the other side. So you go to try to make a threatening gesture at them, like, come at me, bro. And you smack yourself into the mirror.
Oh.
And you black out. You wake up a little bit later. You are in a different room. It's actually kind of normal-ish. Your stuff is sitting there next to you. And you are alone in this room.
I put my stuff back on.
Okay. There is also a fresh change of clothes that isn't covered in blood.
I take the fresh change of clothes.
Okay. There is a knock on the door.
Come in.
The door opens, and standing in its place is a very tall, very slender woman. She is cloaked entirely from head to toe. The only part of her skin that you can actually see is around her eyes, and it is blue. The way that she carries herself is very serene and tranquil. She seems to it's almost as if she's floating the way she walks. Her eyes lock onto you. They are very deliberate. They don't glance around the room. She isn't moving unless it's absolutely necessary, and she is extremely still. And she comes right up to you. She looks down and just stares at you.
Hi.
Good evening.
I do something wrong.
My name is Madame Vikesh.
As in the person who owns this place.
The very same.
Did I do something wrong?
I don't believe you've done anything right. She reaches down to your robes and takes out the medallion.
Yeah.
What do you know of this?
It's somewhat important. It has magical powers, and it was on my body when I woke up here.
Do you know why you woke up here?
I'm going to try to remember. What would I do?
Let's do history. You have no idea.
Nope.
She takes your hand, and she places the medallion in it, and then closes it. And she says, "You are the Herald." She then places 800 cc's on the desk next to you, and she turns to leave. On the way out, you may exchange the rest of your gold for cc's. You have one question. Speak.
What am I supposed to do as the Herald?
She closes the door behind her.
Well, that's interesting. I pick up my CCs.
Okay, you now have 100 cc's in addition to your 52 gold.
Yay. I go talk to the, I guess the Gollum guy.
The Goliath guy at the front.
Yeah.
Okay, you get there. He looks down at you. He goes, "You know, you'd think you'd be pretty talented at this. But that's the first time that's happened to anybody. You're pretty terrible."
Glad I was the first at something. The lady of the house said I could change my gold here.
He takes your 52 and gives you 52 cc.
Woo! I'm rich. Thank you very much. I tried to find a name tag on him.
There's no name tag.
I'm going to call you Dave. Thanks, Dave. Maybe I'll stop by when I'm better at this. Probably not. Bye. And I quickly leave.
All right, you leave.
I get back in the same line.
Okay. Guy waves you forward. He goes, "Next."
Yep.
You have
Clubs?
anything to declare?
Nope.
Any weapons?
Clubs. They're right there.
Entrance fee.
You said, what was it? 25?
He holds out his hand.
I give him 25 cubes.
Puts it in his pocket. The other half?
What's the other half?
25.
25 what?
25 is half of the fee.
We only said 25 last time.
Inflation, he smiles.
I reluctantly give him the other 25. You're a dick.
He steps aside and goes, "Enjoy your time in the Commerce Ward, miss."
I take my clubs and I get going.
Okay. On the other side of the Commerce District, standing a few paces ahead of you, you see a familiar face. Or a familiar robe, rather.
Who is it?
He has a mop strapped to his back.
I walk up behind him.
Oh no, he sees you. He's looking at you as you walk through.
Could have told me about the entrance fee.
He goes, "You're a very interesting person, Bob. I think you and I should have a word."
You sure?
He motions to a nearby alley.
I think we should do it right here because I see what you do to people in alleys. And also, your dog scares the shit out of me.
The dog that's standing right behind you?
Yes.
I think maybe you should accompany me into the alley.
I think I should accompany you to the alley.
Something brushes against your backside.
Was the dog white?
You can't see anything. The dog's invisible.
But when I saw it, was it white?
It was.
It's going to take forever to get that out of my black robes.
Who said your new robes were black?
I assumed. I don't know. What are they? What color are they?
Cream.
They don't look menacing at all.
They're ruby red. How about that?
Great. Now I'm Melisandre.
Yeah. Alright,
Okay.
So you accompany this guy back into the alleyway, and he makes sure it happens to be a dead end, and he makes sure to be behind you. And as soon as you get far enough in, his dog appears and growls menacingly. And he looks at you and he goes, "Do you know who I am?"
Nope. We already had this discussion not more than, say, a couple hours ago.
"My name is Joe, and I'm the janitor." And that's where we're going to end for the day.
My brother was a janitor.
So that's the end of today's thing. We could have went on longer, but there's just the two of us, and I was really hoping there'd be more people here tonight. Juxta should have been home 44 minutes ago, and hopefully he would have joined in, but I don't know. What are you gonna do? I guess. All right. Well, everybody who tuned in, thanks for tuning in. That concludes this very small, very short session of Dungeons and Dragons Gate World. I promise you that future segments, episodes, future sessions will be a lot more fun than this when we have multiple people bickering at each other and fighting and punching each other in the face and stuff like that. So tune in next time, which unfortunately will not be next week because I have to work really, really late. So the week after that. Bill, go ahead and wave or say goodbye to the stream or whatever.
Bye.
This is Bill, everybody. He plays Bob the Tiefling. And next time we hope to have Juxtaposition back as Biggins Burly Tossed. Our friend Keith back as the Dark Knight.
Ebony Rook.
Yeah, the Ebony Rook. And hopefully we'll have a few more players too who were supposed to play but haven't had a chance to yet. So, yep. Now our usual closing stuff that Nero says. Check out our website, limitbreakradio.com. Check out the two contests we have going right now to win either a free Gaius Van Balsar t-shirt or the really sweet art book signed by Yoship himself. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, send us email, host@limitbreakradio.com. All kinds of cool things like that. And yeah, Nero obviously does it way better because he does it way more often, but that's everything, guys. Thanks for showing up tonight and playing Dungeons and Dragons with us. We'll see you next time.